Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be recommending you a spicy manga titled I'm a Good Kid but I Still Want to Do It. But before we go in with the video, if you're new here and want more manga or manhwa recommendations, please don't hesitate to subscribe so you will be kept updated whenever I upload new videos. Without further ado, let's get started. The manga that I will be talking about today is called I'm a Good Kid but I Still Want to Do It. I know it's a very much long and specific title, kinda like the isekai manhwa, but you know they're good if they have these long as titles. It is by Kamura Low and it's currently ongoing with 105 chapters. The official website where you can read it is Pocket Comics. Sudu and Kaori are high school students who are secretly in a relationship. I don't really know why they kept it a secret at first, but I think it's for them to adjust since announcing their relationship to the whole school will be another responsibility, so for the meantime, they are keeping it at themselves. As they go on with their relationship, there is this crazy sexual tension that is developing between them. So Kari and Sudu will meet after school and have their little moment. They really started at level 0 because at first, Kari initiated to hold hands with Sudu, which is a thing they've never done before. It was very cute until she also initiated an innocent kiss, which turned into something more. That was the first time they engaged in this kind of behavior, and even Corey can't deny that she felt good. From then, they established this tension that they can't get enough of. Sometimes they will also have a review session at Corey's house. They're really just your typical high school couple. I know that not all high school relationships are like them, but probably from what I've observed, them represents the majority, or not even the majority, but a lot of young relationships. Nothing crazy. They started acting on these urges one time because of Sudu kissing Kaori goodbye after the review session. That is the time that they really go off, but not really going to the finish line since they are aware of the consequences. After that, there will be many situations like those moments, but they will try their best to contain themselves, like really be responsible for their actions because of other things such as academic and their promise to Kaori's mother. From now, I think you should have an idea of how the story flows. It basically follows the same routine with conflicts from there and then. Next is I will be sharing why you should read this manga or reasons to convince you more. Kaori is your typical naive, innocent high school girl, and most of the time she's the one to start the act. Sudo, on the other hand, just responds to her and is the one to hold the urge the most. But once he was teased by Kaori, he also can't control himself and he reciprocate and even outdone Kaori's action. I noticed that I enjoy this type of series of action. I think it's when the girl is really into the boy and we see the boy respect and waits for the consent. They are both in love with each other, and the way that they go through these situations that are both new to them is what interests me. Like it kept me wondering what are their next actions, especially when they are going through it. It's the way that they let themselves be vulnerable to each other is also making me feel tense. And at the end, they will serve these intimate scenes and I just can't stop myself to read every chapter. Because of their difficulties to prevent detention, it really became a problem. So they will go far of not seeing each other for a while if it demands of not getting distracted by the other, like they're really going that far, and that's how you know that they are serious with this relationship. I say that this is what a responsible teenager responds to the situation. They are knowledgeable about the topic and they understand that they are not ready to have a child. There is the time, it's their exam week, and because they can't concentrate on their review session, their grades drop a lot and so they have a deal to not meet each other for a while. And although there is this sad feeling of them missing the other, they deal with it and I believe what they did is just right. They're just thinking about how is this a crucial time for them to mess up. They're preparing for college and such, and they're thinking long term. Like, this is a really good example of how teenagers should handle a romantic relationship. If you want a fluffy, spicy manga with cute high school couple, this manga is right for you. Even if you're just running out of things to read, this is the perfect one for you, and I can't emphasize it enough. I really adored a lot of things in this manga, and I hope you will too. Skip this part if you're already convinced to read it. This is just me ranting about the only problem that I had. Again, skip this part if you don't want to get spoiled in any way, and maybe come back after reading it so we can have this conversation. And it's also because this is might be the first and last time that I'm talking about this manga, so they have the second male lead that I get irritated reading. His character just irritates me the most. He will also be in love with Kaori, and since Kaori and Sudo's relationship is secret, which is, by the way, I'm also frustrated that they kept it a secret for a long time. He kept being on Kaori's face when he knows that she is in a relationship, and Kaori girl is getting swayed by, like, it get me confused at the last parts. Kaori will also say that she is, of course, cherish her relationship with Sudu and do the opposite thing, like, girl, don't let me lose hope. They also drag this conflict long, like I think it started chapter 50-ish, and I'm caught up with the chapters, and he's still there. If I see his face 15 chapters later, I honestly might just drop it. Anyways, we don't let this negative energy manifest in us, and I'm hoping to see a happy ending in Kari and Sudo's relationship. That is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you next time.